What is up, guys? Back with another review. Another great day, bunch of great trades today. I hit green on every trade, so we're feeling good. Did a decent job following our rules. I did break that 3 trade rule I was going for, but we definitely had less hesitation. We walked away when that market didn't want to play. Overall, a great day trading. I hope all you guys had a good day, made some money, are feeling good, and ready to keep riding this volatility into Friday. That being said, let's just go straight into it. Look at what we did today. So, started off not ultra disciplined, as it was one of my kind of smaller Tesla scalps. What I will say is it made a lot of sense on the technicals, but just not so much for what I was going for specifically. This was pretty quick off the open, and what it was is I had seen that Tesla was just dumping from earnings, and when I saw it hit that break below that 900 level, it's like, ooh, like Tesla is ready to fall. Problem is I played it like I used to with these small choppy trades, so I went ahead and took a 5-share short just below this 900 level, rather than waiting and looking at the big picture, seeing how I could get in maybe near VWAP and let it play all the way out. So what I did here is we saw that it broke down below 900. It bounced back, and I actually did just wait for that confirmation to stay below 900. Got in right at 899. But at 895, we saw a bounce here, and I didn't want to risk it on Tesla with the way it flies. I know it just fell a lot, so it ended up being, though a very clean $5 level to level trade, I got out right in and out, 899 to 895. It wasn't according to plan. So we had started the day off like that. I tried to just hold off, not take any trades on anything for a minute, kind of let the market really tell me what it wanted to do so I could position correctly for what we're trying to hit today. And sure enough, SPY presented that real well. I want to show you this first. You can see the market opened and went up. I did miss this first opening move, but this candle blew straight through the VWAP. And really didn't give me any sort of entry before it entered sort of a chop zone. You get some wild wicks here. So I just kept my hands off. But then I did see, a real strong resistance here at 441-ish, and we had our lines drawn there from this week. And you really started to see it go through. Right here on this candle, when it broke just below this 9 EMA, zoom in, make sure you guys can see it clean. It breaks down through the 9 EMA and a key support level right here. And at this point, I was kind of like, ah, shoot, I missed it. But now it's coming to VWAP. What am I going to do? I can't take it now because, if I take it now, then I missed. And I'll tell you, I noticed that the nerves and kind of the FOMO chase kind of came in. So, recognized that right away, did a good job with that. And what I said was, okay, wait for an entry on puts. We're not risking it on the puts there. But one thing I knew I wanted to do is I had my eye on the inverse of it. This was actually the SQQQ. It was an inverse of the Qs, but the Qs and the SPYs acted identically today. So what I did here was go ahead and bought 100 shares on the actual break of the 200. So this was good and bad. It actually was a perfect technical play, but I did it out of the hesitation for my SPY play. So you saw it get this big volume, and this is right when the SPY turned around. So this could have initially been that SPY candle that broke through the 9 EMA and the VWAP like I just showed you. And I played the entry on the inverse, the SQQQ, perfectly. What it tells me is that I'm just need to keep growing that confidence, because this is basically the same play, but playing it through shares. What I knew is that I could play it with shares and have a tight stop and really have a low risk, since I had missed the SPY. And if I had entered on SPY at that time, then it's a high risk, almost a chase, not having the confirmation. So this play had played out. It went ahead. I took the trim here. I sold half at the VWAP because, like I said, with SPY, I didn't want to enter with VWAP so close. And so that's all the target was for the SQQQ shares. Again, why I like this is I can buy a bulk of shares with a lot lower risk, and then I can sell it at this level, and your defined reward. Versus the SPY, you have a lot of other factors with the options playing in. You really want to catch that bulk, that strong move. So again, like I said, this was a great technical play because I sold half here at the VWAP, and then I let this play run out. I told myself the target was the 200 EMA. I actually sold 25 shares right here, so I was down to my last 25 for this last run. My only mistake here was not recognizing the top as it started to come down. I put my stop loss order at the 200 EMA, so I ended up going purchase on a very good entry, cut at a very justified level on VWAP, and then another good cut on the 200, and then we actually ended up getting out pretty even here on the 200. Only thing to note is at the top here, I perhaps could have just trimmed it if I had seen the top. And now I'll show you right why I didn't see that top and it caught me at the entry is let's go back to that SPY chart. And that's when I entered the SPY puts. So again, this was better because it wasn't like I had made the mistake of the last few days where I was waiting for this breakdown to get in. It was me waiting for it to come retest the VWAP. And so it retested VWAP, peaked above the 9 EMA, but immediately got rejected. And that's when I got in. So that was a very good, didn't chase this candle and waited for a good confirmed entry and then let this thing play out. The candle play out looks perfect just because the option happened to hit a 10% gain. So I sold half. We decided anytime we see 10% on an option, I need to lock it in. Let's grow that confidence, see how this win goes. And sure enough, I did that. We went ahead and put a stop just above our entry thanks to Weeble's slip nonsense. And that's why we do that with the option is see this one candle wick goes only about a third of the way up this initial drop down, but it was able to pull the option back to the entry. And that just has to do with volume and all your other factors with options. So what it tells me about that SQQQ play is look at how well this played out. And had I just put my focus and my chips in here, then I'll see a better reward. I'll feel like I made a better trade and my confidence will grow. Now, the SQQQ play that I made is a great way to add to your win when you're in these puts. I actually was in both at the same time, and it was great to be able to kind of look at one big picture and manage both of them. But again, since our goal for myself right now is to make sure I'm hitting on these holds through and clean plays, had I just taken this with maybe 5 contracts instead of 2, I could have had that reward, the same reward. Now, don't want to knock it. It was really a great technical play. I'll tell you guys, I felt really good about this. I know I missed the end of the dump to the 200. That literally was just a matter of this wick getting enough volume to get me at entry. To me, that makes sense because had it reversed here and never come and test the 200 EMA, which is exactly about the level it did later in the day, it means that I protect this gain. I don't lose anything on the bounce back. And sure, the second contract's not a winner, but the first one's a 10%. Why are we going to lose the gains? So really missing this doesn't upset me because the way we just, we stopped the exit just made sense for the trade. This really, guys, is what we were looking for. This was kind of what the goal was. Once I hit this, we got this bounce and then it immediately started chopping. Again, once I saw this, I stayed out. I knew I was excited. I said, let me wait a few minutes before I do anything. And then it went into this chop. I did walk away here and just said, I'm not going to play anything else till lunch. I had hit on all of our trades so far. We were at about, I think 7%. Yeah, 7% of the account. And we were just under the daily goal. So I was like, you know what? We're almost there. I told myself I would limit my trading, so let's just go ahead and stop and we'll wait and come back for power hour. Good and bad because I still end up green, didn't do any losses. We did miss that initial move, but that's okay because I'm still green. I'm still at that percentage gain on the day. I did know I had a little bit to gain, but if the market wasn't giving it to me, why are we going to chase it? So, a big thing is being okay with missing these plays. If I take the few that I really want, the gains will be there at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. I'm not wasting the time with those Tesla chop trades. End of the day, I will say I did take one bad gamble play. I have to hold myself accountable. I know that I want to hide it, but why am I going to hide it from you guys? Even though, because, it actually ended up being like, I think a 2-cent loss. But I should show you and hold myself accountable. I totally did a guilty chase play. SPY was in a clear downtrend at the end of the day. This is the SPXS. It's just an inverse of the SPY. And it showed that it had the opportunity to break out. SPY looked like it was about to lose its resistance. And it was the same thing. And I actually really want to credit what my call was here had I just not taken this trade. We were looking at SPY. It was at a decent entry for puts. And what I said was, yeah, but look at this resistance. We have 35 minutes left in the day. while yes, it could dump and just, you know, pour in the direction that we expect, because it was right about here. Let me pull this chart up. So we were right around here. This is where the SPX S play was. And I said, you know, it could easily dump. We can see the downtrend here forming. You see a very clear trend coming down right over here on the SPY with a bunch of wicks failing to get over. But I said we have 30 minutes left. This support is holding really strong. Why am I going to risk an option when we know that at the end of the day, market makers like to come in and just dump a candle like this on us, you know? And obviously it had no strength, but it almost came to the 200 EMA and then sold right off. And I just want to credit, it was a great call for my risk management today, and something that we should really, I want to notice for myself and reflect upon, is that when you trade with good risk management, everything else falls in line. So that was it for my trading today. And what I'll say is that every trade was a winner, and that was great. We ended a nice green on the day. On that last SPXW, I'm sorry, I did lose 2 cents on 25 shares. So I lost 50 cents on the day. That's fine. Like I said, low risk, but we could see it fall. It just goes to show that there was no point making that last play of the day. Tesla, you know, waiting for that actual entry and making that one long play, because though all my trades are green today, only that SPY entry exit on the option was that I executed well. I cut at a 10% and I let myself stay positive on. That was the best feeling play, the most rewarding play of the day. And that was a really awesome feeling, really good thing for me to experience to keep growing that confidence. That being said, that's really all it is. And I want to keep the goals pretty much the same as yesterday, and just try to do a better job at following that limit 3 trade one over here. That was the one thing, you know, that one SPXS play, that one Tesla trade, just didn't need to take those. Really needed to look for that one SPY setup that I was truly looking for. And then just try to have that confidence, that less hesitation, because it's going to make me not take those XPXS plays, those SQQQs, those ones where it's like, ooh, I feel like I want to get in, but I know I'm nervous. It'll force me to trust myself, take those good plays, feel the reward like I did today with SPY, and trade to good technical levels. That being said, guys, lastly, the only other thing to note, I should say we did a good job walking away. When you're up and you hit your technicals, I definitely need to note for some of us, walking away, and even though you miss a little bit, I walked away and saw it as I'm green today and no one's going to change that. So that's what I did. That's how our day went. It felt like a great trading day. I think a lot of us had a pretty good day in the trading group. If not, we got tomorrow to come back. Looks like there's going to be a lot more volatility. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a nice early morning. Get ready for some good trading tomorrow. Talk to you later.